Summary of the novel, Oliver Twist. Author, Charles Dickens. Chapter 1, Oliver Twist's Birth and Tragic Early Years. Oliver Twist is born in a workhouse in a small English town, his mother dying shortly after his birth. With no known parents, Oliver becomes an orphan, raised in the harsh conditions of the workhouse. Here, he endures hunger and cruel treatment from Mrs. Mann, the caretaker, who only cares about the stipend she receives. At age 9, Oliver is sent to a larger workhouse where children are exploited and barely fed. One day, driven by hunger, Oliver innocently asks for more gruel with the famous line, "Please, sir, I want some more." This angers Mr. Bumble, the workhouse manager, who punishes him and decides to send Oliver to work as an apprentice. Chapter 2, Oliver escapes from Mr. Sowerberry's house. Oliver is sent to work for Mr. Sowerberry, an undertaker. Mr. Sowerberry initially treats him decently, but Mrs. Sowerberry and Noah Claypole, another worker, despise and torment him. Noah relentlessly bullies Oliver, mocking him as an orphan and insulting his mother with vile words, deeply wounding Oliver. One day, Noah pushes Oliver too far by slandering his mother, prompting Oliver to fight back, leading to his confinement in a cellar and a beating. Unable to endure Noah's cruelty and the abuse, Oliver decides to run away. He walks dozens of miles to London, starving and exhausted. On the way, a kind woman takes pity on him, giving him a piece of bread, cheese, and an old pair of shoes to continue his journey. In London, Oliver meets Jack Dawkins, the artful dodger, who leads him to Fagin, a criminal mastermind. Chapter 3, Oliver joins Fagin's gang of thieves. Oliver is taken to a squalid slum where Fagin, a cunning old man, runs a gang of child pickpockets. Fagin trains the children through a game. He plays a wealthy passerby, wearing a watch and handkerchief, walking back and forth, pretending not to notice, while children like the Artful Dodger and Charlie Bates practice pickpocketing him without detection. Fagin rewards those who succeed and punishes the clumsy, teaching them stealth and teamwork. Oliver initially observes, unaware he's being drawn into crime. On an outing with the Artful Dodger and Charlie Bates to work, Oliver witnesses them pickpocket Mr. Brownlow, a gentleman, but is mistakenly caught when the others flee. Terrified, Oliver is taken to the police, but Mr. Brownlow, seeing his innocence, does not press charges and feels pity for him. Chapter 4, Oliver is rescued by Mr. Brownlow. Mr. Brownlow, a close friend of Oliver's father, Edwin Leeford, brings him to his affluent home, sensing familiarity in Oliver's face. He cares for Oliver tenderly, and Mrs. Bedwin, his housekeeper, also grows fond of him, helping him recover from years of deprivation. For the first time, Oliver experiences love and the warmth of a true family, giving him hope for a new life. However, Fagin and his gang fear Oliver might reveal their secrets to the police. Fagin sends Nancy, a young woman working for him, and Bill Sikes, a brutal thief, to track and kidnap Oliver. They succeed, dragging him back into the criminal world before he can fully embrace his new life, leaving Mr. Brownlow heartbroken over losing him. Chapter 5, Oliver is forced into a robbery. Fagin and Sikes force Oliver to join a robbery at the Maylai family's wealthy home in London's suburbs. Terrified and unwilling to become a thief, Oliver is threatened with death by Sikes. While climbing through a window to enter the house, Oliver is spotted and shot by a Maylai servant, leaving him critically injured. Sikes abandons Oliver, but he is rescued by Mrs. Maylai and her niece, Rose Maylai. They nurse him back to health with great care, and Oliver slowly recovers. Rose, with her compassionate heart, senses Oliver's innocence and resolves to protect him from the criminals, becoming a sisterly figure to him. Chapter 6, The mystery of Oliver's identity begins to unfold. While Oliver lives happily with the Maylies, Fagin and Monks, a mysterious man, plot against him. Nancy, working for Fagin, overhears a conversation between Monks and Fagin at a tavern. Monks reveals that Oliver is Edwin Leeford's legitimate son, entitled to a large inheritance, and they plan to destroy the will and documents proving Oliver's identity to prevent him from claiming it. Feeling guilty, Nancy decides to help Oliver. Nancy secretly meets Rose Maylai on London Bridge, revealing Fagin and Monk's plot and warning of the danger to Oliver. Rose, with her kind heart, collaborates with Mr. Brownlow to investigate further. Monks, Oliver's half-brother, is a greedy, selfish man, willing to ruin his brother's life to seize the entire inheritance, showing no regard for family ties. Chapter 7, Oliver lives happily with the Maylai family. Oliver enjoys peaceful days with the Maylai family, where he is loved and educated as a true member. Rose Maylai, acting as a sisterly figure, becomes a great support for Oliver, always protecting and caring for him. Mrs. Maylai treats him like her own son, helping him forget his painful past. However, Monks continues to secretly stalk Oliver, determined to ruin his life to secure his own interests. Mr. Brownlow, who once rescued Oliver, begins investigating his origins, suspecting a connection to the Leaford family due to his close friendship with Edwin Leaford, Oliver's father. Chapter 8, Nancy faces danger for her kindness. Nancy, increasingly tormented by guilt, decides to help Oliver by sharing more information with Mr. Brownlow and Rose Maylai. She meets them on London Bridge at night, detailing Fagin and Monk's plot, including their plan to destroy Oliver's will and documents. Fearing retribution, Nancy dares not leave the gang, but her kindness puts her life at risk. Bill Sikes, suspecting Nancy, follows her and discovers her betrayal. In a fit of rage, Sikes brutally beats Nancy, leading to her tragic death. Nancy's death becomes a turning point, spurring Mr. Brownlow and Rose to act swiftly to protect Oliver from further harm. Chapter 9, Sikes is hunted and meets his end. After killing Nancy, Sikes becomes a wanted man, hunted relentlessly by Mr. Brownlow and the police across London. Haunted by guilt and fear, Sikes tries to escape but cannot evade capture. In a panic, he flees to a rooftop to hide from his pursuers. In his attempt to escape, Sikes accidentally hangs himself when a rope gets tangled around his neck. His death marks the end of one of Oliver's greatest threats, paving the way for the exposure of Fagin and Monk's plot, with Rose Maylai's active support. Chapter 10, Fagin is captured and sentenced. With Sikes' death, the police quickly apprehend Fagin and the remaining gang members. Fagin is arrested and put on trial for his crimes, including running a theft ring, kidnapping, and indirectly causing Nancy's death. At the trial, Fagin cannot escape his charges and is sentenced to death. He is imprisoned, living in fear and despair until his execution day. Fagin's downfall is a crucial step in protecting Oliver from the criminal world, thanks to Mr. Brownlow and Rose's persistence. Chapter 11, The mystery of Oliver's identity is revealed. Mr. Brownlow, with Rose Maylai's help, delves deeper into Oliver's origins. They uncover Edwin Leaford's will, leaving his estate to Agnes Fleming and her unborn child, Oliver. Brownlow also finds letters between Edwin and Agnes, a ring, and a locket Edwin left for Agnes, stolen by Mrs. Corney from Oliver's mother. Mrs. Bedwin recognizes Oliver's resemblance to Agnes through a portrait. Using this evidence, Brownlow confronts Monks, Oliver's half-brother, a greedy, selfish, and cruel man obsessed with securing the inheritance. Monks is forced to sign a confession admitting his plot to destroy Oliver's will and documents. Brownlow gives Monks a small portion of the estate and orders him to leave England, confirming Oliver as the rightful heir. Chapter 12, Oliver finds his true family. With his identity clarified, Oliver is officially recognized as Edwin Leaford's legitimate son, inheriting the will and estate. Mr. Brownlow, Edwin's close friend, adopts Oliver, providing him a loving home and proper education. Rose Maylai is revealed as Agnes Fleming's sister, Oliver's mother, making her his aunt, not his sister as he once thought. Rose, pivotal in exposing Monk's plot, continues to protect Oliver as a family member. The Mayleys and Mr. Brownlow build a new life for Oliver, surrounding him with love, opening a bright future where he can finally leave his painful past behind. Chapter 13, The Fate of the Supporting Characters. The supporting characters receive fitting fates. The Artful Dodger is caught for theft and deported to Australia. Charlie Bates, remorseful after Nancy's death, abandons crime to live honestly. Monks, after signing the confession, takes a small inheritance share, leaves England, lives recklessly, and dies in poverty. Mr. Bumble and Mrs. Corney, who once abused Oliver, lose their positions and fall into destitution. Rose Mayley, after learning her true identity, marries Harry Mayley, Mrs. Mayley's son, who gives up political ambitions to live simply with her, forming a happy family. Chapter 14, Oliver lives happily ever after. Oliver lives a joyful life with Mr. Brownlow, Rose, and the Mayleys. Raised with love and given a proper education, he grows into a kind, compassionate young man, never forgetting the hardships that taught him to value happiness. The story ends with Oliver and his new family in a peaceful countryside home. They often honor Nancy, who sacrificed herself to save Oliver, living a meaningful life that proves the power of kindness and perseverance in overcoming adversity. Chapter 15, The Message and Significance of Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist is not just a tale of an orphan's journey through adversity but also a profound critique of social injustices in 19th-century England. Charles Dickens condemns the cruelty of the workhouse system, the corruption of officials, and society's indifference to the poor. The novel also celebrates kindness, honesty, and love, as shown through characters like Mr. Brownlow, the Mayleys, and Nancy. Despite facing the darkness of crime and poverty, Oliver retains his innocence, proving that goodness can triumph over hardship.